Most people over 55 try to fix knee weakness the hard way. They believe they need deep squats, heavy weights, or complex gym machines to build strength. They feel pain, frustration, or a pervasive fear of injury, often leading to a harmful cycle where they avoid movement altogether. This avoidance causes the muscles to waste away even faster, which is entirely counterproductive to their goals. They give up on exercise, and the stiffness or instability rapidly gets worse over time. Today, I'll show a natural routine that actually works better for older joints and requires gentle effort. It is effective, requires zero gym equipment, and you can do it right now in your living room in just 10 minutes. This isn't about pushing through pain. It's about smart, sustainable, and evidence-based strengthening tailored specifically for you. This routine comes directly from modern physiotherapy research and the success stories we see in real-world orthopedic clinics. These principles are especially focused on geriatric and orthopedic care, prioritizing safety and long-term joint health over intensity. We've simplified these powerful, evidence-based movements for safe, effective home use with minimal risk. Our focus is not on bulky muscles, but on functional strength, the kind that lets you climb stairs, walk the dog, and stand up easily without hesitation. This protocol is supported by systematic reviews of physical therapy for knee osteoarthritis. These studies consistently show that controlled, low-impact tension is superior to demanding, high-impact routines. We focus on activating the smaller, deep stabilizing muscles often neglected by traditional training methods. This ensures maximum joint safety and measurable functional improvement in daily life. By strengthening the supportive muscles, we immediately take the stress off the worn cartilage and bone within the knee joint. This targeted approach improves the joint's load-bearing capacity and naturally reduces chronic discomfort. You can effectively rebuild stability without the damaging high impact associated with traditional gym work. This process provides sustainable relief, increases confidence in your movements, and greatly reduces the fear of falling. In this 10-minute session, we'll cover 3 quick, powerful moves you can easily do sitting down or standing near a sturdy chair. These moves are strategically chosen to activate your thigh and calf muscles in a non-weight-bearing fashion, which expertly protects your joints from unnecessary stress. Then we'll discuss 2 simple food fixes that help repair your joints from the inside out. Finally, I'll reveal one common mistake almost everyone makes that completely sabotages their results, so you must stay tuned for that crucial information. Make sure to stay for number 3, the third exercise in our sequence today. It uses a principle called isometric activation and is proven by clinical studies to offer the fastest relief from chronic knee discomfort. This move is key to standing stability and is critical for boosting the strength around the vulnerable kneecap. We're starting with our routine right now, so let's prepare to move intelligently. Let's jump right in. Our first exercise is the seated leg extension hold, directly targeting the crucial quadriceps muscle. The quadriceps acts like your knee's natural shock absorber and is essential for aligning the kneecap properly as you walk. Find a sturdy dining chair with a back that won't slide on the floor when you lean back slightly. Sit up tall, placing your feet flat on the floor to stabilize your posture. Safety cue. Ensure your chair is stable and placed on a non-slip surface before beginning the exercises, as your safety is paramount. If you feel any clicking, grinding, or sharp pain during the movement, you must immediately reduce the height you lift your leg or stop entirely. Do not attempt this routine if you have a recent knee replacement or acute pain without consulting your primary care doctor or physical therapist first. Remember, number 3 equals fastest relief. The goal of this routine is perfect consistency, not intense muscle strain or pain. We will perform 2 sets of 8 repetitions for each move, followed by a brief 30-second rest in between sets for recovery. This controlled, deliberate approach is key to effective muscle recruitment without placing unnecessary stress or strain on the sensitive knee joint itself. This first move specifically builds the frontal thigh muscle, the powerful quadriceps, which stabilizes the kneecap. Specifically, we're isolating the vastus medialis, which is the teardrop-shaped muscle located on the inside of the thigh. This inner muscle is vital for proper kneecap tracking and is often the first to weaken in older adults. The crucial 5-second hold ensures we recruit the maximum number of muscle fibers effectively. This is done without requiring the joint to move through a potentially painful, deep range of motion. Execution: the 5-second flex. Sit tall, ensuring your posture is straight, and keep your feet flat on the floor to stabilize your lower body and pelvis. Your spine should be slightly elongated, maintaining its natural, healthy curves. Use your hands to hold the sides of the chair for added support and stability throughout the movement. Slowly lift one leg straight out in front of you until it is nearly parallel with the floor, or as high as you comfortably can. Safety cue: do not let your back round or lean back excessively during the lift. Keep the slight, natural arch in your lower back locked in place. The movement should come purely from the knee and thigh, isolating the quadriceps muscle group effectively. Point your toes gently toward the ceiling, or even pull them back toward your shin, dorsiflexion, as this greatly intensifies the quadriceps activation. Now, flex your thigh muscle as hard as you can. You should specifically be trying to tighten the entire area just above and inside your kneecap, focusing intently on the VMO muscle. Hold this intense, controlled, and focused contraction for a slow, measured count of 5 seconds. Resist the urge to rush the hold or allow the muscle intensity to drop off during the static contraction period. We are maximizing the crucial time under tension. Timer and pacing. Rep 1. Hold the contraction for 5 seconds, counting slowly and deliberately. Slowly lower the leg, taking 2 to 3 seconds to let the foot return to the floor with perfect control. Rest for 2 seconds before you initiate the next repetition. Rep 2. Hold the contraction for 5 seconds again, checking your form and focus. Slowly lower the leg with control. Rest for 2 seconds. Repeat for 8 deliberate repetitions on the first leg, maintaining perfect form and the intense focus on the 5-second hold every time. 30-second rest. After completing the first leg, shake out your legs gently or stand up and stretch briefly if that feels comfortable to you. Take a deep, slow, replenishing breath to prepare your muscles and focus for the second set. Hydration is vital. Sip some water if needed now to aid muscle function and circulation during this exercise session. Now repeat the entire exercise for 8 repetitions on the second leg, maintaining the exact same 5-second hold focus and the slow, controlled lowering phase. By focusing on that 5-second isometric component during the extension, you are creating significant metabolic tension within the quadriceps muscle fibers. This strategic process is scientifically known as time under tension, and it provides the necessary signal for muscle protein synthesis and growth. This delivers the exact mechanical signal for muscle growth, all without the dangerous, high-impact stress associated with traditional, deep-range squats. This intelligent, low-impact muscle loading minimizes joint friction while maximizing deep muscle recruitment in the quads. This is the power of controlled, focused tension applied intelligently to achieve real, functional strength. Many people tend to forget that strong knees rely heavily on a stable and resilient foundation, which includes the ankles and calves. The calf muscles, the gastrocnemius and soleus, are the primary, built-in shock absorbers every time you walk or stand. Weak calf muscles force your knee joint to absorb a disproportionately large amount of ground reaction force from the impact of walking. This biomechanical imbalance often leads to instability, accelerates knee cartilage wear, and eventually causes chronic pain. The standing heel raise addresses this specific weakness directly by building strength and endurance where you need it most. Execution: the slow, controlled lower stand behind a sturdy, non-moving piece of furniture like a heavy dining chair or a secured kitchen countertop for support. Place your hands lightly on the back for balance only. Do not lean heavily or push down with your hands, as this will reduce the effectiveness of the exercise. Stand with your feet hip-width apart, keeping your body weight evenly centered over your feet. Slowly rise up onto the balls of your feet, initiating the movement by pushing down primarily through your big toe. Lift your heels as high off the ground as comfortably possible without experiencing any sharp stabbing pain in your calves or ankles. Safety. Cue. Keep the movement smooth and perfectly controlled, avoiding any sudden or jerky motions at all times to prevent injury. Always keep your knees straight, but consciously avoid locking them out at the very top of the movement to protect the joint. If you feel dizzy or lightheaded at any point, stop immediately, sit down, and wait until you feel completely stable again. Crucial timing, Rep 1. Rise up for a slow 2 seconds, feeling the intense contraction in your calf muscles. Hold the peak contraction at the very top for a full 1 second to engage the muscle fibers maximally. Lower down for a deliberate 3 seconds to complete the repetition with control. The slow, eccentric lower is the most crucial part for building strength and preventing lower leg injury, so prioritize control in this phase. Repeat this sequence for 8 full repetitions, always focusing intently on the quality of the movement over the speed of execution. 30-second rest, walk in place gently, shifting your weight from foot to foot for 30 seconds to promote circulation in the lower legs. Repeat for a second set of 8 repetitions, ensuring your posture remains tall and your balance is maintained by lightly touching the chair for reassurance. Isometric holds, like our next move, are scientifically 40% more effective at building strength in the final 30 degrees of motion. This specific range is precisely where your knee needs maximum stabilization when you initiate the movement of standing up from a low chair. Therefore, do not skip our next move, as it holds the secret to rapid standing stability and fast pain relief. This exercise strategically strengthens the muscles that push you off the ground and powerfully stabilize your body against the force of gravity. By doing this consistent work, you are giving your knees a crucial break from impact forces and reducing overall chronic joint strain. It also significantly improves your proprioception, or your body's sophisticated sense of where it is positioned in space. This proprioceptive improvement is essential for effective fall prevention and confident natural walking. This is the one you stayed for, the isometric activator, the single most effective move for quick pain relief in many cases of chronic knee discomfort. It uses a gentle wall sit, which is a fundamentally strong squat pattern, but we keep it super shallow. We aim for only around 10 to 30 degrees of knee bend to completely avoid the painful high loading that often occurs in a deep squat. This shallow isometric hold specifically targets the crucial vastus medialis obliques, VMO. The VMO is a key quad muscle critical for keeping the kneecap centered perfectly in its groove when your legs are slightly bent. This specific muscle is, by far, the muscle most likely to be chronically weak in people experiencing anterior knee pain. By using this targeted, non-painful isometric hold, we effectively attack this weakness directly. Execution. The shallow, breathable hold. Stand with your back flat against a sturdy, non-moving wall, ensuring both your shoulders and hips are firmly touching the surface of the wall. Walk your feet out about 1 foot to 1.5 feet away from the wall, positioning them shoulder width apart for a stable base. Now, very slowly and with extreme control, slide your back down the wall just a few inches until you feel the muscle activate. Aim for a small, comfortable bend in your knees, no more than 30 degrees of knee flexion. It should feel like a very gentle, comfortable lean that requires muscle effort to maintain, not a strain or a deep squatting position that causes pain or grinding. Safety cue. Keep your entire spine flat against the wall, from your tailbone to your shoulder blades, throughout the hold. Your feet must remain firmly planted and flat on the floor to prevent slipping or instability. If you feel any sharp shooting pain, slide back up immediately and safely, then try again with an even shallower, smaller bend to find your perfect pain-free range of motion. Timer and pacing. Hold 1. Maintain this precise, shallow position for a comfortable 20 seconds, which is enough time for significant VMO muscle recruitment. Focus intensely on tensing and contracting your thigh muscles as hard as you can throughout the entire hold. Keep your breath deep, slow, and rhythmic. It is important not to hold your breath while exerting the isometric effort. 30-second rest. Stand up slowly, shake your legs out, and move around a little bit to promote blood circulation and recovery. Do not rush this rest period, as it optimally prepares the muscles for the next concentrated hold. Hold 2. Slide back down the wall to the exact same shallow, pain-free position you found earlier in the first set. Hold for another incredibly focused 20 seconds, remembering this is a form of pure, non-jarring, and highly efficient strength building. This strategic, gentle hold forces high-level activation directly into the critical VMO muscle without placing any shearing stress on the knee joint itself. Consistent VMO strengthening rapidly improves the tracking and alignment of your kneecap within its protective groove. This improvement drastically reduces the grinding and friction associated with movement, often offering rapid comfort and relief. This targeted approach is functional, direct strength in its most gentle and effective form possible. Strength isn't just about movement and mechanical exercise. It's equally about repair, recovery, and resilience within the body's tissues. While these exercises build muscle tissue through positive mechanical stress, your diet supplies the essential, raw building blocks. Specifically, nutrition provides the materials needed for your tendons, ligaments, and the vital, cushioning cartilage within your joint capsule. You can't expect to build a strong house without consistently providing it with quality bricks and mortar from your diet. First, prioritize protein, the muscle and bone builder. As we age, we inevitably experience a phenomenon called sarcopenia, which is the accelerated age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. This natural decline is why protein intake becomes even more critical for simply maintaining your existing muscle mass and function. Furthermore, adequate protein is absolutely necessary for the body to efficiently increase the specific muscle strength we've worked so hard for in this routine. Protein is composed of amino acids, which are the fundamental structural units of all muscle, bone, and connective tissue throughout the body. If your daily intake is too low, your body simply cannot repair or grow efficiently. A simple, practical rule of thumb is to aim for a generous palm-sized portion of high-quality protein at every major meal you eat: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. This includes lean, easily digestible sources like fish, poultry, eggs, cottage cheese, Greek yogurt, or legumes and beans. You can also supplement with a high-quality whey or plant-based protein powder mixed into a smoothie for easy convenience. If you are not getting enough protein consistently throughout the day, your body cannot efficiently repair the necessary micro-damage created by the exercises we just performed, which will inevitably stall your progress and recovery. This daily, consistent, and well-distributed protein supply is the non-negotiable foundation of tissue repair and longevity, making it as important as the exercises themselves. Second, gelatin, collagen, the joint support and lubrication. Your critical joint structures, specifically the cartilage, ligaments, and supporting tendons, are primarily composed of collagen protein. Over time, due to aging and cumulative wear and tear, this natural collagen structure degrades, often leading to increased joint stiffness and chronic inflammation. Supplementing with collagen or its basic component, gelatin, provides the concentrated raw materials your body can readily absorb and use for repair. These materials help patch, strengthen, and lubricate the crucial supporting structures around the knee joint. A small, evidence-aware dose is typically 10 to 15 grams of easily digestible, hydrolyzed collagen powder dissolved daily in your morning coffee, tea, or even just a glass of water. It's crucial to understand this is not an instant fix or a miracle drug that works overnight. Collagen is incorporated into your joint tissue slowly over several weeks to months, so consistency and patience are required for results. But When consistently paired with a strategic resistance training, it provides the necessary internal lubrication and structural repair support, significantly improving the overall resilience and comfort of your knee joint capsule over the long term. The single biggest mistake people make that sabotages their knee strength routine is embracing the outdated, harmful belief that they must push through sharp pain to get stronger. Pain is your body's most sophisticated and vital defense mechanism. It is a clear, non-negotiable warning signal that must always be respected. If you feel a sharp, stabbing, electric, or grinding pain during an activity, you are currently stressing and actively damaging the delicate joint surfaces and cartilage itself, not strengthening the muscle effectively. Continuing to push through this type of acute pain guarantees inflammation and further erosion, which ultimately forces you to stop the routine entirely. You must learn to respect this boundary to achieve long-term, sustainable success in your strengthening journey. The fix: adjust the range, not the effort. The solution to managing pain is simple, but requires a mindful, consistent approach to your training. When pain occurs during an exercise, you must immediately and aggressively reduce your range of motion until the pain completely disappears. For example, on the seated leg extension, only lift your leg halfway or 3/4 of the way up if going the full range causes pain. Likewise, for the wall sit, you might only need a slight 5-degree bend in your knee to feel the VMO muscle activate, and that depth is perfectly acceptable and effective. You can still hold and flex the muscle intensely in that smaller, pain-free range of motion, providing a quality, productive contraction. We are training the muscle to fire strongly and safely, not unnecessarily loading the joint. Over time, as the surrounding muscle and connective tissue strengthen and stabilize the joint capsule, your pain-free range of motion will gradually and naturally increase. This measured, strategic approach is the very definition of intelligent, evidence-aware training for longevity and joint health. Always listen to your body. It is the ultimate authority on its current limits and capabilities and will guide your recovery. Question 1. How often should I do this routine for optimal results? Start with 3 non-consecutive days per week to begin your strengthening program responsibly. This specific frequency is absolutely vital because it allows your muscles a full 48 hours to fully repair and rebuild themselves after the hard work of the session. The actual process of getting stronger and building new muscle tissue, hypertrophy, happens effectively during these critical rest periods, not during the exercise itself. As you feel significantly stronger and more confident after 6 to 8 weeks, you can safely increase the hold times or cautiously add a 4th day, but always prioritize adequate rest and recovery time above all else. Question 2. What if I have balance issues and can't stand up for the heel raises? This is a very common and important question that we address with a modification, and it highlights the need for a safe, chair-friendly modification to maintain your safety and consistency. For the heel raises, you can easily perform a seated calf raise while remaining completely stable and seated. While seated, press your toes firmly into the floor and lift your heel as high as possible, mimicking the action of rapidly pressing a car pedal in a car. You can also place a small, sturdy weight on your lap, like a heavy book, to gently increase the resistance safely as you progress and feel ready. You won't use your full body weight, but you will still effectively activate and strengthen the calf and shin muscles, the anterior tibialis, which is a great low-risk way to start. This modification is a key to keeping the routine accessible to everyone, ensuring you maintain lower leg mobility and healthy circulation regardless of your balance status. Question 3. How long until I actually feel a tangible difference in my knees? The good news is that most individuals report a noticeable initial improvement in stability, confidence, and reduced morning stiffness within the first 2 to 3 weeks of consistent practice. Significant, practical, functional changes, such as climbing a full flight of stairs with less effort, walking longer distances comfortably, or standing up from a low chair more easily, typically take longer to materialize. You should aim for a commitment of 6 to 8 weeks to see these substantial, positive, life-changing improvements. The body responds best to gentle, repeated, and consistent effort over time, not sporadic, intense bursts of random exercise. Be patient with the process, trust the science, and celebrate the small, consistent victories you achieve along the way. Remember that true progress in joint health is often slow, but always steady and reliable. Never make the mistake of comparing your personal healing journey to anyone else's unique results. Celebrate every small gain in mobility you achieve and every incremental reduction in pain you experience. This long-term positive perspective is the most powerful psychological tool you have for sustained recovery and success. Let's quickly recap the powerful, equipment-free, and evidence-based path to stronger knees we covered today. 3 key moves for stability and strength: seated leg extension hold, 5-second focus to build the main quadriceps muscle, vastus medialis, for critical kneecap stability. Standing heel raises, slow 3-second eccentric lower to stabilize the foundation, the ankles and calves, improving overall shock absorption. Wall sit, shallow hold, 20-second isometric. The VMO activator for the fastest, non-painful kneecap alignment and immediate relief. 2 crucial internal fixes. Consistent palm-sized protein at every single meal to counter sarcopenia and build healthy tissue structure. Collagen, gelatin, 10 to 15 grams daily to repair joint tissues from the inside out and improve joint lubrication and mobility. 1 mistake for longevity. Never, ever push through sharp or grinding pain. Instead, adjust the range of motion immediately and aggressively to keep the exercise productive and safe for your joints. You now possess the exact, gentle, evidence-based roadmap to building strong, stable, and pain-resilient knees without ever having to risk injury in a gym or attempt a painful deep squat. Remember, the true secret to success in any exercise program is not the intensity of the exercises themselves, but your consistency in performing them correctly and mindfully. Commit to this manageable 10-minute routine just 3 times a week to see profound, real change in your mobility. The small investment of your time yields a massive return in your personal mobility, independence, and overall comfort. If this routine was helpful, empowering, and gives you a new, pain-free way forward in your life, please take a quick second to like this video. Liking the video is the simplest, most powerful way to help us reach more people over 55 who desperately need this gentle, sustainable solution for their chronic knee pain. Subscribe to our channel for more gentle, doctor-approved senior fitness routines, balance exercises, and evidence-based health tips delivered every week. And finally, engage with us. Let me know in the comments below which of the 3 moves, the leg extension, the heel raise, or the shallow wall sit, felt the most helpful, challenging, or promising to you today. Start your journey toward stronger knees today. Your future, more mobile self will absolutely thank you for it. Keep moving, keep strengthening with intelligence, and we'll see you in the next video for another step toward a healthier life.